My beloved soul, breathe deeply and listen with your heart. For these words are not meant merely for your ears. They are meant to awaken the quiet place within you that has forgotten its peace. You have carried your worries like stones upon your back, believing that if you set them down, the world would crumble. But hear me now. You were never meant to carry what was never yours to hold. The universe that shaped the mountains, that breathed life into your very being, is not asleep. The same intelligence that orders the stars and commands the tides has not abandoned you. It has not forgotten your name, your struggle, your sighs in the dark. So stop worrying, for right now, even as you hear these words, unseen hands are arranging all things for your good. You have mistaken the storm for punishment, but the storm is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal your strength. Every delay, every closed door, every moment of uncertainty is not rejection, but redirection. The higher path is often hidden behind clouds, and worry is the fog that blinds the eyes of the soul. Life, in its infinite wisdom, does not move according to your impatience. It moves according to purpose. What feels like loss is often liberation in disguise. What feels like chaos is often creation being born. When you stop resisting what is and open your eyes to what can be, you begin to see that everything that once hurt you was shaping something holy within you. Life is not against you. It is shaping you, refining you, calling you higher than the place you now stand. You see, we spend so much of our time trying to understand why things happen the way they do. We analyze, question, and fear every twist in the road, believing that peace will only come when everything makes sense. But peace does not wait for understanding. It arrives when you trust that there is meaning even in the mystery. The universe, the grand designer of all that is, has never made a mistake in its timing. Every setback you face is an invitation to remember that your worth was never measured by your progress, your position, or your possessions. It was measured by your endurance, your faith, your ability to keep breathing when everything around you screams despair. Life tests those it intends to strengthen, and every storm carries a lesson disguised as pain. Think of the seed buried beneath the soil. It must be covered in darkness before it can grow. The pressure, the weight, the waiting, none of it is punishment. It is the process. And you too are in the process of becoming. The world may not see it, but deep beneath the surface, you are growing roots that will one day hold up a magnificent tree. Stop fearing the soil you've been placed in. It is not your grave. It is your garden. The winds that blow against you are not here to break you. They are here to teach you how to bend without falling, to teach you how to stand again and again until you realize that you were never fragile to begin with. Every time you think you've reached the end, remember that endings are often the beginning of something wiser, purer, and truer than what came before. The pain that you think will destroy you is often the very thing that awakens you. Life is not trying to hurt you. It is trying to prepare you for what you asked for greater purpose, deeper strength, and the kind of peace that can only be forged through fire. Every detour has direction, every delay has divine timing, and every disappointment carries within it the seed of something better. The moment you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? Is the moment you align yourself with the rhythm of the universe. You are not lost, you are being led. You are not abandoned, you are being adjusted. Every twist, every pause, every tear has meaning beyond your understanding. Worry only clouds your sight, but trust clears your vision. And when the fog lifts, you will see that life was never against you. It was for you all along. Worry thrives where trust has not yet taken root. The human mind believes that if it keeps spinning its thoughts, it can somehow control the outcome, as if anxiety were a form of protection. Yet, Every anxious thought is like a chain around the heart, tightening its grip until peace can no longer breathe. The need to control is born from fear, from the illusion that life must move according to your plans for you to be safe. But true power does not live in control. It lives in surrender. The moment you release your desperate hold on what you cannot command, you begin to rise above the storm instead of being swept away by it. To surrender is not weakness. It is the highest act of strength. It is the quiet declaration that you trust something greater than your worry to guide the way. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were meant to move through life like the river, flowing, bending, adapting, yet always moving forward. When the river meets a rock, it does not stop, it finds another way. Surrender works the same way. When you stop demanding that everything bend to your will, you open yourself to the beauty of how life unfolds naturally. The universe has its rhythm, and you are part of that rhythm, not the one who conducts it. The leaves do not tell the wind where to blow, and yet they dance perfectly in harmony with it. So it is with your life. When you let go, you begin to dance with the divine order of all things. To surrender is to trust that there is a plan even when you cannot see it. It is to believe that the timing of your journey is sacred, that delays are protection, that silence is guidance, that loss is preparation for greater things unseen. Surrender is the soul's way of saying, I may not know how this will work out, but I know that it will. It is a peace that cannot be shaken, even when logic fails to understand. You cannot surrender halfway. You must release everything, the fear, the doubt, the endless need to know, and allow the current of life to carry you where you are meant to go. For when you finally stop fighting the current, you discover that it was never trying to drown you. It was trying to carry you home. So many live trapped in the illusion that control equals safety. They plan, they predict, they worry over every detail, and yet still find themselves restless and uncertain. Control may bring temporary comfort, but it never brings peace. Surrender brings peace. It brings stillness to the mind and clarity to the heart. It allows life to move through you instead of against you. Every time you let go of the need to manage every outcome, you create space for miracles to enter. Every time you choose to trust instead of fear, you align yourself with a greater flow that knows far more than your limited perspective ever could. The path of surrender is not the path of defeat. It is the path of divine partnership. It is the quiet knowing that while you rest, something far wiser is still working, still moving, still unfolding every detail in perfect order. Every thought you think carries a vibration, and that vibration shapes the atmosphere of your life. The mind is like fertile soil, and every idea planted within it begins to grow, whether it is a seed of fear or a seed of faith. When you focus on what you dread, you invite it closer. When you focus on what you trust, you draw it near. What you dwell upon expands, what you fear gains power, and what you bless multiplies. Your thoughts are architects, building the house you live in each day. If you want peace, you must think peace. If you want strength, you must think strength. The universe mirrors the state of your inner world, returning to you the energy you continuously give. So many people live unaware of the quiet power that flows through their focus. They repeat their worries like prayers, feeding their fears with every anxious word. Then they wonder why their hearts are heavy, why life feels uncertain, why joy seems so fleeting. It is because the energy of their attention has been misplaced. When you stare too long at what you fear, it grows larger in your sight until it becomes all you see. But when you shift your gaze, when you look toward hope, gratitude, and trust, the shadows begin to fade. It is not the world that changes first, it is you. The moment you change your focus, the world must follow. Your mind is a garden, and you are its keeper. Each morning, you choose what to water. You can nourish the weeds of worry or the flowers of faith. You can feed the voice that says, "It will never happen," or the voice that whispers, "It's already unfolding." The soil does not discriminate. It grows whatever you plant. That is the quiet law of creation that governs all things. You cannot harvest joy from the seeds of doubt, nor peace from the seeds of fear. The harvest will always resemble the seed. If you want a beautiful life, you must plant beautiful thoughts and tend to them daily with gratitude and awareness. Gratitude, in particular, is the sunlight of the soul. It transforms even the smallest blessings into abundance. When you choose to see what is good, you create more of it. When you speak life over your circumstances, you give energy to what uplifts you. The universe responds to gratitude like a flower responds to light. It opens. Every time you say, "Thank you," even when the outcome is unseen, you accelerate its arrival. Gratitude and worry cannot live in the same space. One always drives the other out. So choose carefully where you place your attention. If you expect goodness, you will meet it. If you expect grace, it will find you. The energy of your focus is a sacred instrument. Play it wisely. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you perceive it, how you speak about it, how you respond to it. The world outside bends to the posture of the heart within. Focus on faith, and life will expand in faith. Focus on fear, and fear will expand in you. Each day, you are painting the sky of your experience with the colors of your thoughts. Choose them with love, for they are shaping everything that is yet to come. Even when you cannot see the way forward, there is a quiet intelligence guiding every step. It moves in silence, arranging what seems random into patterns that only time can reveal. You are never truly lost, though the path may twist and disappear beneath your feet. There is guidance in the pause, in the waiting, in the stillness you resist. Life speaks softly, through the whisper of intuition, through the subtle nudges that call you to turn left instead of right, to pause when everything in you wants to rush. The world may appear uncertain, but behind the veil of the visible, something precise and intentional is at work. You are surrounded by direction even when you cannot see the map. Guidance does not always come as a thunderclap or a burning sign. More often it arrives as a small inner knowing, a feeling that gently insists, "This way." The mind often overlooks it because it seeks loud proof, concrete evidence, clear signs carved in stone. But life does not shout. It hums. It requires your stillness to be heard. The more you fill your days with noise, the harder it becomes to sense the delicate pull of destiny. The answers you seek are not hidden from you. They are hidden within you. The guidance that shapes the stars also lives inside your chest, waiting for you to quiet your racing thoughts long enough to listen. Every moment carries a message if you are willing to pay attention. The delay you face may be telling you to slow down. The repeated obstacle may be showing you that you are forcing something that is not meant to be. The sudden opportunity, the coincidental meeting, the words you overhear at the right moment. These are not accidents. They are the language of the unseen, speaking directly to you. The universe does not waste movement. Nothing enters your life without reason. Even the silence between events has meaning, for silence is not absence. It is preparation. When you begin to trust that you are guided, fear begins to lose its grip. You no longer need to see the entire road to take the next step. You learn to walk by inner light, one step at a time, confident that more will be revealed as you move forward. The plan does not need your panic, it needs your presence. In the same way that the moon does not struggle to reflect the sun, you do not need to struggle to receive direction. It flows naturally when you are still enough to allow it. The mind that demands control cannot hear the quiet voice of wisdom. But the heart that listens, that pauses, that trusts, it becomes a clear channel through which truth can flow freely. There are moments when everything feels uncertain, when answers seem to hide behind closed doors. Yet even then, life is guiding you, protecting you, steering you gently away from what would harm you and toward what will heal you. The detours are not denials. They are divine protection disguised as delay. When you release the need to know every detail, when you learn to rest in trust instead of fear, you begin to see that the guidance you once doubted was always there, weaving through your days like a quiet, faithful song. Peace is not something that appears when life becomes perfect. It is something that awakens when you stop demanding perfection. It does not wait for every question to be answered or every wound to be healed. Peace begins the moment you decide that fear no longer deserves your attention. The storms may still rage outside, but within, there is a stillness untouched by chaos. It is not the world that must calm for you to rest. It is your own heart that must remember it was never meant to live in constant tension. Peace is not a reward at the end of struggle, but the quiet power that carries you through it. It is the soft strength that whispers, "Even this will pass," when everything feels uncertain. So often people chase peace as though it were hidden in the future, in success, in resolution, in the absence of pain. They wait for conditions to change before they allow themselves to breathe. But peace is not found in the rearranging of circumstances. It is found in the rearranging of perspective. You can be standing in the middle of the same storm and still feel calm when you stop believing the storm defines you. The winds may blow, but they cannot uproot what has been planted deep within the soul. When you learn to rest in trust rather than worry, the noise of life begins to fade, and in its place, you discover a profound quiet that no trouble can touch. Peace is a decision, a sacred choice made moment by moment. You choose it each time you release control, each time you forgive, each time you stop arguing with what is. It is not passive, it is powerful. It is the strength to stand still when fear says run, the courage to be gentle when anger calls for reaction. Peace does not mean ignoring reality. It means meeting reality with clarity and faith instead of panic. It is the unspoken knowing that beneath every wave of uncertainty, there is a deeper current holding everything together. You may not see the order, but it is there, steady and unshaken, guiding all things back to balance. Peace comes to those who stop chasing what they already carry inside. It is not in the next achievement, the next relationship, or the next season of ease. It lives in this very moment, hidden beneath the noise of thought, waiting to be chosen. The mind will tell you that peace is impossible, that you must fix everything before you can rest. But the heart knows a higher truth, that rest is what allows things to be fixed. When you calm the inner waters, clarity rises to the surface. Solutions appear not through struggle but through serenity. Peace is the soil where answers grow, the silence where wisdom speaks, the space where miracles begin to unfold. When you stop seeking peace as something distant and begin allowing it to bloom in the present, you discover that it was never lost. It was only buried under layers of worry and noise. The moment you breathe deeply and release the need to control everything, you return to it naturally. Peace has been waiting for you, patient and constant, like the sky waiting for the clouds to pass. And now, as these words settle into your heart, remember, life is not a series of random moments, but a divine masterpiece unfolding with purpose beyond your sight. Every storm that shook you was teaching you strength. Every silence was shaping your wisdom. Every delay was aligning you with what was meant for you. The hands that formed the stars are the same hands holding your life steady, even when everything feels uncertain. You are not forgotten, not unseen, not left to struggle alone. The same light that commands the morning commands your path, and every breath you take is proof that grace is still working. So stop fighting what you cannot control. Stop feeding fear with your attention. Let go, and let the unseen order of the universe move in ways your mind cannot yet understand. There is peace here, in this moment, waiting for you to choose it. There is strength rising quietly from within, reminding you that you were never meant to live in fear, but in faith. The plan is already written, the help is already sent, the way is already made. Do not let worry steal the beauty of today. You are surrounded, guided, and cared for by a love that never fails. Rest in it, trust in it, walk in it. For everything you need, everything you've prayed for, everything meant for your good, is already being taken care of today.